Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a pre-fight show for UFC 201, Lawler versus Woodley. This is going to be an amazing pay-per-view. I think this is one of those pay-per-views that's going to be under the radar and over the top, because it's not exactly promoted as much as 200, but I think it will be better than 200 fight-wise. So, yeah, this is a pre-fight show. I'll give my predictions on the main card. And let's get started. So, in the main event, in the welterweight division, we have Ruthless Robbie Lawler defending his welterweight title against Tyrone Woodley. And I think the first round, Robbie Lawler holds his own, possibly the second round. Third round, Tyrone Woodley catches Robbie Lawler and finishes him early to mid in the third round. So I'm predicting Woodley third round knockout. I think Woodley's cardio is pretty good. I think his technical striking is really good. He's on point, and the way he devastated Jay Haran, I could see something like that happening, but later in the fight rather than early on. Then in the co-main event, in the women's strawweight division, we have Rose Namajunas versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. And Karolina, she's a tough veteran, and she's undefeated, 9-0. However, Rose Namajunas fought for UFC gold not that long ago, and since then, since she lost that title fight to Carla Esparza, she's been on a tear, and I think she's learned from that loss. I think her grappling overall is better than Karolina. I think she's going to eventually take this fight to the ground, and she's going to submit Karolina. Well, actually, I take that back. She'll try to submit Karolina, but this being a three-rounder, I think she out-grapples her and gets a unanimous decision victory, but possibly a submission victory in the third round too. Rear naked choke. Yeah, then, but I'll lean towards unanimous decision for Rose. Then in the welterweight division, we have Matt Brown versus Jake Ellenberger. Now I'm looking at this fight as a career ender match. The loser could possibly get cut by the UFC due to how many losses both these guys have had. I'm a big fan of both of them. But I think Matt Brown's wrestling and jiu-jitsu skills have gotten better over the years, tenfold. I think Jake Ellenberger may try to use his wrestling in desperation mode somewhere in this fight. I think Matt Brown will avoid it as much as possible. He will stuff takedowns within the first couple of rounds, and then he will go for his famous knockouts. And yeah, I'm predicting first round knockout for Matt Brown. I think he gets it somewhere mid to late in the first round. I think Matt Brown could take a punch. Jake Ellenberger can too, but you know, just Matt Brown hits hard. And yeah, Matt Brown, again, his wrestling and jiu-jitsu skills have gotten a lot better. If this match happened, say 3 years ago, I think Jake Ellenberger would win all day, all night by ground and pound. But Matt Brown has evolved, and I think he gets it first round knockout. Then in the bantamweight division, we have Francisco Rivera versus Eric Perez. This one, okay, Francisco Rivera, he gave Uriah Faber a run for his money. Eric Perez, though, he's young. He trains at he trains at a good training camp. I believe in Alliance. Let me double check that. Yep, Alliance. Okay, so Eric Perez trains at Alliance with the likes of Dominic Cruz, Phil Davis, and you name it. I think that the training, the age, the experience of Eric Perez all comes together in this fight, and he gets it by unanimous decision. I think Eric Perez is a prospect at bantamweight, and I think we will see this when he beats Francisco Rivera by unanimous decision. Then in the flyweight division, to kick off the main card, we have Ryan Benoit versus Freddie Serrano. Now this one was a tough one, but I'm going to go with Benoit. I think his experience plays a factor here. I think he's a tough, durable veteran. And yeah, I'll say this fight goes to a hard-fought decision. This could be a split decision for Ryan Benoit, but this fight could go either way. I think this is the most even fight on the main card. And yeah, so I got Ryan Benoit winning unanimous decision in the flyweight division. Yeah, and then we got a good heavyweight match with Anthony Hamilton and Damian Grabkowski. Anthony Hamilton trains at Jackson Link. He's a prospect to look out for, so look out in the prelims on that match. So that wraps up the pre-fight show for UFC 201. Stay tuned for my post-fight episode coming in, well, after 201 at some point. Until then, see ya.